This is The Souls of Saraku. My name's Landon. This is RPG ABC. We are playing the 2026 quest calendar, and my character is going to be Grimrod Slanktail. So let's get started. I'm starting a little late, so I'm going to do the first couple days all right here. The Dark Citadel looms in a wasteland of death and decay, a bleak monument to the Overlord's unholy reign. From its heart, the Soul Crystal pulses with dark power, spreading malevolence across the land like a festering wound. Beneath its grim shadow, life withers, crushed in the Overlord's iron grasp. Seated atop his throne of jagged obsidian, the Overlord broods, his mind swirling with vile schemes to sow even greater evil. How best to stretch his shadow over the lands untouched by his wrath. A crow, black as the void, wings its way toward the citadel, bearing grim tidings that may shift his plans. And it's got a couple character sheets here that we will try to remove. There we go. Because we've got the character sheets here, and this is the one that we're playing. So let's go ahead and remove this one. The crow perches itself upon the window of the High Mage, the head advisor on all things magical to the Overlord. The High Mage takes the letter from the crow before shooing it away. Turning towards you, he commands you to decipher the encrypted message and hands you the letter. You accept it and turn to the table to begin your task. How should you retrieve the message? By spell or cipher? So, here we go. We can do by spell or cipher. The magic is going to take a wisdom roll, which we're +1. The cipher is going to take an intellect, which we're +0. I like doing it by the magic anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, we got 15 +1. That's a 16. We decipher the message with magic. You reach deep inside of yourself to push and pull at invisible threads of arcane power. You focus your desire to uncover the truth meant in the message. Our result is 11 or more. The forces of magic bend to your will easily. The markings on the paper are rewritten with the true message. The message revealed. An army has arrived from across the sea. We could not hold them. They've taken the city of Saltwind and now march for the Dark Citadel. The High Mage addresses you. An army of light at our doorstep. We must discern the size and strength of this force at once. Come, we shall cast a divination spell. This is January 2nd. This spell should be rudimentary. Even a troll with a hint of arcane talent could pull it off. If you can't help me, I'll get a new apprentice, scoffs the High Mage. We must prepare the spell first. He pulls out a book from the shelf and flips through the pages before pushing it into your hands. Here. Collect the ingredients, draw the ritual circle, and memorize the chant. Alright, so first we need to gather the ingredients. Begin at spell effectiveness of 1. Note this down somewhere for future use. You may be able to increase the effectiveness if you perform well at preparing the spell. Okay. Is that just for this thing, or is that for, I guess for future use, so it will be for later. So we're going to go ahead and write that down. Spell effectiveness 1. We'll just write that down there. Put the box back. There we go. Gather the reagents. We need to roll a wisdom. Remember, that's +1. You look at the list in your book and the hundreds of unlabeled jars and herbs lining the shelves. This will be quite the task. Can you identify what ingredients to collect? Uh-oh. That's a 1. Beautiful. +1, so that's a 2. The result is 10 or less. The unlabeled jars are of no help. Many hold contents that are strange and unknown to you. You do your best to select those ingredients. You recognize and guess at some of the others. That's probably not good. Just ask for help, dude. All right. Next, I need to draw the ritual circle. Oh, I forgot. No. Okay. It said reminder investigator. I do not have the investigator skill, so that didn't matter. But here we go. So to draw the ritual circle is a dexterity roll. Reminder arcane adept, which is not me. And dex I've got +1. So let's go. That's a 4. Starting off real bad. The ritual circle is an intricate design filled with interwoven loops and fine details. The paint is a concoction of blood and other rare ingredients. It is not forgiving and can't be replaced in time. The slightest mistake will not be easy to fix. So, if the result is 10 or less, I got 4, total of 5. So 10 or less. You do your best to carefully scribe the ritual circle. Upon finishing, you look back at your drawing. You notice several missing details when comparing it to the circle in the book, but there's no time to correct your mistakes. Okay. Practice the chant. Oh my gosh. Which is a charisma roll, which Grimrot has -3 to. So this ain't great. Reminder, arcane adept. Again, I don't have it. Again, the words are not difficult to memorize, but a spell of this caliber will require precision in your performance to implore the forces of magic to bend to your power. You practice enunciation and forcing your full will into the words. Here we go. We got 15 -3 for 12. The result is 11 or more. Barely. Your chanting turns melodious as you can already feel the forces of magic being charmed by your call. Increase your spell effectiveness by 1. Keep this note somewhere for future use. So we increase it by 1, so we're at 2. Nice. Is that what you got the other days? Because now I feel like I'm missing out quite a bit, you know? All right. Now, we're going to do Saturday/Sunday, January 3rd and 4th. You help the High Mage grind the ingredients and combine them into a pot. He mutters an incantation to bind them as dark energy begins to flow around you both. He sets an orb of obsidian on the ritual circle and starts to chant the words of the divination spell. All right. So first we need to cast the spell. You join the High Mage in chanting, feeling the magic's presence build like a storm around you. The spell must be flawless, or the consequences will be dire. It's a wisdom roll, which we have a +1 in, so come on, +1. That's a 3. 4 total, okay. If the result is 7 or less, yep, it certainly is. Um, uh, your voice flatters and the magic resists your call. The high mage glares at you, his patience worn thin. He thrusts a hand toward you, siphoning magic from your body to compel the spell. The pain is sharp and draining. Reduce your health by 1d4? Oh, man. That can be quite a bit. 1. Sweet. So our HP max of 10 goes down to 9. 2. Learn about the enemy at the gate. You divine the following information from your spell. Read up the spell efficienciness level you achieved, which was 2. The champions of light have arrived, each radiating an aura of immense power. Even the Overlord may struggle against their combined might. For each spell effectiveness above 3, gain 1 gold. Yeah, I guess that wasn't in our favor, but we got some information, we took some damage, and hopefully in the future, these villains, these heroes of light, champions of light, will be destroyed by our Overlord. And check back daily as I continue this quest, hopefully for the entire year. I've been Landon, and we'll see you next time with the Souls of Saraku.